Hey everybody, welcome to the Morphin Grid. I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And today we're watching episode 51 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Grumble Bee, aired April 28th, 1994, which is a solid 2 months after the last episode. So, that's a lot of waiting. Hey, Tommy's back. See you in April.
They probably just replayed all of Green Ranger episodes.
Yeah, I mean, 2 months is
Get you hype.
60 days. They could have just replayed the whole thing every day. And then skipping weekends. That's about 50 episodes, I would say. So if you're new here, hey guys, what's going on? How you feeling? You feeling good? I hope so. I hope you're feeling good. Welcome to the podcast.
If you're not, you will be after this.
What we do is we pause the recording, then we go watch an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, then we come back and we talk about it for a time.
We're trying to get it to a lower time.
And it's slowly but surely working. We've got a couple flukes from earlier in our series where they're like 45 minutes. And I was like, how can we recapture that? Talking like this is not going to help.
No.
We haven't said it in a while. I don't know if I genuinely don't know the last time we said it, but the idea of this podcast is we are doing a complete retrospective of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We started at episode 1. We are now on episode 51. That is 50 full episodes after that, after that fateful day where we embarked on this journey. And so that's where we are now. Go back and listen to them. Start at 17 if you feel like, because that's when we get good equipment. So before that, the audio quality is a little dodgy, but after that, everything is pretty okay.
It's mostly fine, except for that one episode where my mic was off.
Yep. That's about it. That's the only real technical issue.
That was a throwback episode back to those first 16.
So we're going to go watch Power Rangers now. You can watch along with us if you have Netflix or the DVDs or a cursory knowledge of how to do Google searches. Got nothing else, so
It's Morphin time! And we're back, and we just watched episode 51, entitled Grumble Bee.
I don't think I said that in the beginning. I don't think I said it was called Grumble Bee.
You did.
I did? Good for me. Good on me, past Jake. Before we jump into the episode, morphingrid.tumblr.com is our website. It should be all updated. I haven't done the last episode because it hasn't gone up for us yet.
Well,
so by the time you get this, it should be all updated.
Right, yes, okay. I thought you meant the last episode. iTunes is updating slow again.
Is it?
Yep.
Gross. So make sure you're subscribed. In that case, if you want to email us, you can do that at littleidiots.morphingrid@gmail.com. We posited a question saying, hey, tell us about your headcanons, or ask us any about our thoughts or theories about Power Rangers or anything like that, just to get the email ball rolling. That episode has not gone up yet, so you haven't heard that. So we don't have any today.
I haven't checked it. I don't know.
But maybe in the future, maybe next episode. We're on Twitter at MorphinGrid. We're on Facebook at morphingrid.com/thefacebook. That's not it at all. Facebook.com/themorphingrid. It's been a long day. I played a lot of Minecraft today. I'm a little fried. Me and my mule are like a million miles away from my base. It's just, it's rough. We're also on iTunes. If you want to leave us a rating or review, we super appreciate it. More people can see the podcast due to whatever algorithms there are that conduct that kind of thing. Then more people can come listen to the podcast, and if they like it, they can keep listening, and then you get a whole bunch of new friends who listen to the same podcast. I don't know if that's a thing that people do.
I don't know.
I listen to like a million podcasts. Also,
Do you have any friends from those podcasts?
sort of.
Ooh. So that is sort of a thing that people kind of do.
Like I'm internet familiar with people. I wouldn't say friends. But email me podcasts you listen to, because I'm running out. I'm almost caught up on mine, and I need more. I need to consume more. I'm the moon from Majora's Mask. I will consume everything. Yeah, that's it for places that you can find us on or about the internet. You want to jump in the episode?
Let's do it.
Were you just going to go fiddle with the computer?
No, there's keys here.
Give me
which
those
is
keys.
an awful decision.
So we start off with Mrs.
Appleby.
Appleby. I almost called her Claflin, which was my 8th grade science teacher. Mrs. Appleby is handing out tests. I couldn't tell what kind of test it was. It is a science test, as we'll find out sort of in a minute, definitely in a couple minutes. So Billy gets a B, and we talked about this last episode, that Billy gets a B. Rita goes, oh, Billy doesn't like getting that B. Here's a B monster. This is going to happen for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Get used to this. This is Lord Zed's whole shtick. Oh, Rocky likes that game, huh?
Rocky likes having fun.
I'm going to make it so all he wants to do is have fun. Oh, that purse, huh? I'm going to make that purse a monster.
Oh, he does make a purse monster, doesn't he?
I don't remember any other ones. Pumpkin
Lord
Rapper?
Zed.
I think Pumpkin Rapper
Pumpkin
is
Rapper
one of
is
his.
a Rita monster. He's a ZU too.
Then we're coming up on Pumpkin Rapper.
Oh.
Oh, get hype, you guys. Pumpkin Rapper is my favorite monster. Yeah, so Billy gets a B, and he panics because this is an overachiever who has never gotten below an A probably on anything in his life.
Nope.
Doesn't know how to deal with it, so he's like, guys, this is terrible. And they're like, it's not so bad. Don't worry about it. And Kimberly's like, yeah, I'd be in a lot of trouble because I get B's all the time. I wish I could say that I got B's all the time. I was not that good a student.
No, not in high school. I was fine. I was honor roll until like 8th grade.
I got honor roll once in 7th grade, and they put it in the paper.
Yeah.
Every quarter. Like, these are all the kids that got honor roll, and instead of it saying Jacob Mason, it said Jason Mason. So congrats on him for getting honor roll in 7th grade. Jason Mason. You jerk. Stealing my one. I never got honor roll after that because I was like, what's the point?
Jason's just going to get all the credit.
And then I was on the equivalent of the dean's list for college because it was...
I never did that in college.
It was a film school, so my lowest grade was a B. My lowest overall grade. I failed my audio finals, and now I love doing podcasts. Who knew? Bulk has a pretty sick burn. He's like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Yeah.
But they probably got Fs or Ds. They're pretty good at getting Ds.
They probably got Ds.
Yeah.
What if they got A's?
I don't think the world is ready for that.
If they got A's on this test, then I understand why Billy was so upset.
Right. This
I really doubt that they did, though.
On a science test, probably not. You'll see at the end. They're not even good at studying, so I don't know how they would have gotten a test. How they would have gotten a test. A, come on, Jacob, get it together.
It's real easy to get a test.
They literally hand it to you, sometimes twice. Go up to the moon. Rita's like, Billy doesn't like that bee. That gives me an idea. Make me a monster. I want it to be a bee. I want to have stingers and poison. The works. So
Yeah.
Fincher's like, okay, I'll make this monster. And then it cuts back to Rita, and then it cuts back to him. He's like, it's going to be the best monster ever. And in between cuts, it changes what he's sculpting.
He's sculpting bones, I think, when we come back.
And the second time,
Yeah.
The first time,
It was just a monster
Just
with,
a
needles on his shoulders.
Yeah.
It was weird. I
maybe
don't know what
jellyfish.
No, I don't, because that's a ZU2 monster. I don't know if there's footage of him as a clay chunk.
No, there wasn't, because in the jellyfish one, he just had like a empty, like a stalk.
Right.
Here is the outline of a person. I'll put some stuff on him afterwards.
Yeah.
So we come back down to the high school where Billy is in his locker, and his locker has I don't know if you noticed this, it has like a server inside of it, it's not a server, it's like it's a blinking lights and electronics.
It's smart guy stuff.
Yeah, like attached to the side of it.
What is it doing?
It's blinking. I don't know.
Is that the server for the risk communicators?
Oh, maybe. Headcanon accepted.
I'll take it.
At this time, and I'm going to tell you right now, there were several times where Josh and I stopped watching the episode and started talking about NXT TakeOver, which happened this past Thursday. If you have the WWE Network,
later on in the
watch it.
episode, during the
Once the bee shows up.
Well, and then when there's the Make My Monster Grow and the Megazord sequence, I don't know anything they say during that because we were just talking about something else.
Yeah, so
it looked like it was just a Megazord sequence.
I mean, look,
whatever.
We're not missing much. In 2 weeks, Ranger Danger will have their episode up. Go listen to that. Compare. I'm almost caught up on theirs.
Really?
We are ahead of them as of Friday. We will be officially ahead of them for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on our level, Ranger Danger.
Eat it, Ranger Danger, just because you only do one episode a week. That would be nice, huh? But they're going to be doing it until they're like 40. They're going to have to like give it to their children.
We're only going to be doing it until we're like
in our
40.
late 30s. So, anyway.
We're going to be doing it forever. Because Power Rangers
There's
is
always
going to
be Power Rangers. Eventually, we will be once
we
a
at
week.
least have one more season because Dino Charge is coming up.
Or we'll have to bequeath it to our children. Like we're too old to keep talking about Power Rangers.
Can you imagine when we're like super old?
Podcasts will probably have moved on by then. I don't know what. I mean, maybe they won't. Maybe this is the new thing that sticks around forever.
Like anyone who wants any kind of talk radio is probably going to have to resort to podcasts.
Yeah, because like radio doesn't.
I don't remember the last time I turned a radio onto the airwaves.
Yeah, the only person who still thinks about radio is like Tony, who is our friend who is a Luddite. He's still got a burner cell phone.
I offered him my old iPod Nano. He turned it down. So, but even he listens to music on YouTube.
Right.
So
anyway, we were talking. We missed what the reason Billy is so mad about this bee is because the highest grades get into the Young Scientists of America Club.
Yes. Is it the highest grades, or you have to meet a cutoff?
Maybe you have to meet a certain cutoff, and he got a B, so he wasn't in that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what they said that first time, just totally blanked. And so we were like, what kind of test was it? Young Scientists of America Club, probably a science test. That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
And now we're here. There is also some Trilly Watch.
This episode's a little heavy in it.
A little bit. So
there is no track action
going
on.
None.
Track action.
Traction. So the first bit of Trilly Watch, which kind of carries through to the next bit,
Yeah.
is that Jason's like, come on, Billy, let's go play some basketball.
Well, even before they get out of their seats, because Trini's sitting next to him, and there's like a back shot of them, and she like reaches over and tries to like console him a little. Yeah.
So afterwards, Jason's like, let's go play some basketball, blow off some steam. You'll have fun. It'll be fine. He's like, no, I'm just going to study. I'm just going to study forever. This is like mental flogging. Like, he's like, I can't just go have fun because I got a B, so now I have to go study.
Also, like, for Billy, wouldn't studying probably be a little more relaxing?
Right? You'd think.
Than basketball?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, because just doing something just lets you, like, I don't know. You wear yourself
you can calculate angles and
right,
wind
yeah,
resistance.
He's great at basketball, too, remember?
That's true, he is.
We talk about that in our 22nd or 3rd episode, Vernacular Spectacular. Billy goes to study.
Yes.
Trini's like, I'm going to go with him. I'm going to help you study. So this is the first major part of Trilly Watch for this episode.
Right.
The rest of it kind of carries through because now they are separate from the group.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. We must have cut somewhere, but it's possible we just cut straight to later with them studying. I think that's how it happened.
I think so.
And then, so...
I think there's like a basketball montage, right?
No, that's right after this.
It's after this,
Yeah.
okay.
So they
Maybe it was a commercial fade.
Probably. That makes sense. I forget that those are in there.
Right.
Yeah. So they're studying, and they are looking at like a giant flashcard thing, like a poster
Right.
in the book about a bee.
Obviously.
Billy got a question about bees wrong, and that's what got him a B on the test.
He says this is the only question that he got wrong.
Yeah.
So there's like 6 questions
Yep.
on this test.
There was obviously more than that because it was a packet that she handed back. So there's several pages to this test, and then there was at least 6 questions on the front.
One question knocked him down to a B, though. He got one answer wrong.
Maybe it's the sort of thing where
Maybe
it's
that was like a really heavily weighted question.
right, or it's like the kind of question where it's like
Miss Appleby really wants you to know about
bees. Because I guess she's a science teacher.
And an
Sometimes.
English teacher. And I think a history teacher.
Probably. There's only the one actual teacher at this school, and then
Mr. Kaplan substitutes when she's out for treatment.
So they're studying. He even mentions, he's like, of course, that a question about a bee gave me a B. So at least they like put the lampshade on it. Like that's
Yeah, right.
I'm fine with that. Then we cut over to Power Ranger. The other Rangers playing basketball. They're having a basketball. It's like Kimberly driving to the hoop, and then like she passes it to Jason, and then Zach steals it. I guess it's Kimberly and Jason on Zach.
Either that or it's because she passed it to Jason.
Yeah.
Right?
So I guess that.
I guess.
I mean, Zach's
Whatever.
real good
They
at
were-
basketball.
They might have just been goofing around.
They might have just been having fun. Yeah. We're gonna do what was Kimberly wearing? What do you say?
I say do it.
All right. So she's wearing mom jeans again. These mom jeans are hiked up to her navel,
At least.
if not a little over. I don't think they're over because they're not like comically. It's not Urkel pants,
Right.
but they are definitely mom jeans. They're definitely high waisted.
Yeah.
She's wearing a pullover fleece, but it's a belly shirt pullover. Like
Right.
it's short. It goes to about her navel, but because her jeans are so high, they match up.
Right.
They reach the same point, and then she got like probably a leotard under it
Yeah.
because that seems to be her go-to.
It's a kid's show and she doesn't want some skin to flash out.
Right. I understand. This is a show for 5-year-olds. There's probably some sort of standards and practices deal that they can't, no belly skin unless it's fine. I don't know. Then we go up to the moon where Rita is like giving out orders. She's like, Goldar, go down with putties, grab those 3 Rangers, and then we'll go do something later with the other ones. Like we'll get them first, and then we'll send the bee down to take care of Billy, to distract Billy and Trini. This is one of those points where we were talking about wrestling. So like I do not remember what exactly the plan is. I do remember, however, that she looks at Bulk and Skull, Squad and Babu, same initials. She looks at Squad and Babu and literally just says, "You two, go do something nasty." And then we cut down to Earth. What are they doing this episode? We don't see them again
Nope.
until she is berating
Until
them
she's
at
yelling
the end.
at everybody.
Go do something nasty is a gross thing to say.
Yeah.
The 2 monsters. So then we go back down to them playing basketball, and putties show up, and Kimberly goes, "Oh no, putties! How are you still afraid of putties, Kimberly? It's been 51
She was
episodes."
just startled. They kind of just drop out of nowhere.
They do. I'll accept it.
She was like, oh no.
Goldar shows up. Goldar's got a magic rope.
We have a sweet fight scene first. You're jumping right over the whole putty fight.
They just used the basketball to hit the putties.
Then we get a sweet pose and zoom in on
There
Kimberly.
was, yeah.
There were some cool basketball spots, though.
There were. The only ones I really remember were Kimberly like hitting someone with a basketball, catching it, throwing it offhandedly at somebody else, and then flipping one over into the like arm above head,
Like a crane.
zoom in,
Kind of.
like a half crane twisty.
Zach was murking putties, too. He was hip hop keto and his little heart out in this
Was
fight.
he?
It was pretty good.
I'm assuming Jason probably punched a couple guys.
Oh, he did some punches and some kicks.
I don't remember Jason's
Standard
part.
Jason fare.
Yeah.
with a basketball.
Jason only really does real cool stuff when he's at a location.
Right.
That they, like him at the fair. He did a lot of cool stuff at the fair. He did some cool stuff when they were at the
he
playground.
needs environment to play.
He needs a good environment, or else he's just gonna default to like karate tournament mode, where he's like,
Right.
kick them in the chest until I get all the points. Which is, I assume, how karate tournaments go. Goldar shows up with a magic rope.
Yep.
First, he throws it on the ground. Okay, and I start writing down Goldar shows up with the magic rope. This is my note, okay?
Yep.
2 putties grab either end of the magic rope, and Goldar says, "With this magic rope, I will contain you forever." And I go, "Oh, it's actually a magic rope. That's what they're calling it. It was just a joke, but I guess it's going out that way." So they tie him up way too easily. They literally just run around him.
Yep.
No, not even a huggy circle. Just
Just running circles around
running
him.
circles around him. And then they like run back over to Goldar. One show off putty backflips over to Goldar.
Yeah.
Doing like backhand springs. Like, all right, dude, we get it. I think it's a girl. Because I know a lot of putties were girl stunt men, stunt women.
Stunt people.
I guess.
They ain't all people.
So Jason, Kimberly, and Zach are trapped to death. They are just they're gonna stay there forever.
And like they know it's a magic rope, right?
Right.
And they know that it has, I'm assuming, a binding spell on it. That
Right.
They also know they're in a force field because they say that.
They say the force field. I'm sure that Zach tries to get his hand, like to because their hands are down around their waist. So, like I'm sure he tries his communicator and it doesn't work.
Right.
At least
No,
not
I
for
don't-
teleporting.
No, he doesn't. He can't because they try to call him in a minute and he can't answer it.
Oh, you're right.
Because he's kind of like got his hands pinned behind him, I think, between Zach and Kim.
That's Jason.
But they're wiggling like crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of room. Kimberly's got her hands in front of her. She could have gotten. I'm going to assume the magic prevented teleportation at least.
The magic prevented everything but them wiggling, I think.
But they also, like, even if they could touch the button, they couldn't get it up to their mouth.
Right.
So I think that's
They'd
why.
have to yell.
Yeah.
Zordon!
Zordon! We're trapped in a rope! Wonder Woman's magic lasso got us. We can only tell the truth, and your bald head freaks me out. Zordon.
Does it make you just vomit truths like that?
That's my favorite kind of can't lie.
Okay.
Is you also can't keep truths in. You can't keep them in. You just have to tell the truth every
Right.
time. Zordon calls Billy and Trini, and he's like, "The Rangers are trapped. Come to the command center." What? Why? What?
So that he can show them that,
Why?
that they are trapped in the
This
viewing
is
globe.
This is the return of Zordan. It's been a while, but this is straight up Zordan. As far as I'm concerned, here are the order of events. They get teleported to the command center. They get to watch Jason, Zach, and Jason, Zach, and Kimberly stuck in a magic lasso. He says an electronic force field.
It's a magic rope.
It's magic rope. Maybe electric force
Maybe
field.
he meant like electromagnetic.
Electronic is exclusively to do with like computer parts and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Technology and such. Then he basically says, "Oh, but also the bee." Because the
you
bee
worried
shows
about
up.
the bee?
Aren't you worried about the bee? They're looking at their friends trapped in a thing, and I don't know what the plan is. I don't know because like I said, we missed that one little thing with her
'Cause here's-
delegating.
There's one thing before they call Billy and Trini, because they get lassoed, right? The other three,
Right.
and then we go to the command center, and Alpha is looking at Grumble Bee on the viewing globe.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh crap, Zordon, it's Grumble Bee."
It's Grumble Bee.
He's like, "I know, contact Jason," and then they can't.
So then they're like,
but they don't know what's wrong yet. Like every single other time, Zordon just has a camera on them.
and then he's like, "Oh, where are they?" And then it cuts to Billy and Trini getting called, and
Yeah.
scooching away to take the phone call from their wrist communicator.
Just weird.
And then when they come back to the command center,
Look at your friends are in
they're
trouble.
like, "Oh, we found them. They're in the park. We started with the park every time because that's usually where you are." And there they are with a low angle camera shot for some reason. And then like he's basically like, "You need to save your friends, but don't, because the bee.
Right.
You don't have time for a minute to go get your friends," which will
A lot of dumb things happen with saving their friends.
which will continue in a moment.
Yeah.
So they go fight the bee. The bee is like they morph. They go to fight the bee. The bee has stingers that come out of his hands. You know, like bees do.
Yeah. He's a bee monster, so it's
right.
fine.
It's fair. And then he's got like a sonic blast. So like he shoots Billy 1,000 times with these bee stingers.
Yeah. Well, immediately they land, and he's just like, yeah, and fires
Yeah.
these at them, and they jump in separate directions.
Trini escapes the needles.
Yes.
But not Billy.
Billy does not.
Billy takes him to the face and chest, to the head, neck, and shoulder area. And then he shoots out this electronic tone that they're like, or not electronic. Now he got me
What are you
saying
doing?
it.
What are you doing? Supersonic.
Ultrasonic.
Ultrasonic.
And they're like, "Oh no, it's so much. It's so loud." They're playing like Institutionalized by Suicidal Tendencies. They're like, "This is the worst song in the history of mankind. Turn it off. Turn it off." And so Trini, I keep confusing Kimberly and Trini. So Trini is like, "We got to run. We're not going to win. We're out." And as they're running, the bee's like, I'm not going to get to use my super secret power on you guys. Oh, no. He's like a little mean about it, but he's like, that's basically what he says. So they teleport. Do they go to the command center and then to their friends, or do they just go to their friends? They just go right to their friends.
I think they just go to their friends.
Okay. They run up to the other Rangers.
They're unmorphed now.
They're unmorphed. They lost their morphing in their teleportation somehow. So they run up to their friends. Got this magic lasso around them. They touch it very gingerly.
They don't even they just, that's magic.
Magic, can't do it. And then they call Zordon, and they're like, can't.
Why? Okay. Why didn't they just morph again, right?
Right.
Get their weapons. Because Billy's is a lance, so he can, like, stab at it from afar.
Correct.
Trini can throw her daggers at it.
Right.
And probably cut the rope.
Also, if you'll recall from last episode, Power Rangers, when morphed, can break through force fields.
Yes.
So this could be as simple as, like, just yanking it down a little bit so they could step out, you know? But instead, they don't morph.
Nope.
They get near it, they get a little static shock, and they're like, Zordon, we can't save them. They're going to die in this rope.
Zordon's like, you're right.
You're right.
Go back and fight the bee some more.
Bee. So they go back to fight the bee. They go back to fight the bee, and Trini is like immediately like, you're going to get it this time, bee. Nothing has changed. They have no new advantage on the bee.
But look, you don't want to land and go, oh, you're going to get us. We're going to die. That's bad.
The bee's in the same place.
But you still want to be confident.
But it's just dumb. It's just real dumb.
You're not going to go into a fight saying, I'm going to lose. I'm all dumpy.
No, but like, why did they even go back to the bee?
I don't know.
Why didn't they go back to the command center and try to figure out a solution?
Because
the bee hasn't moved. He's not terrorizing anyone. He's alone in another part of the park.
That's a problem with Power Rangers, is that Rita's monsters don't do anything.
They just wait.
They wait to fight the Power Rangers.
They're like poorly trained wrestlers who are like, can I do my move yet? All right, you do your move. All right, now I'm going to do my move. Can I do my move? Is it safe? Safe to do my move? It's Alexa Bliss trying to do that arm drag thing.
Right.
With Charlotte going like, go ahead. Anytime you're ready, go ahead. And then Alexa Bliss does it, and it's super fluid, but she doesn't just have the stones to just do it.
She can't just do it.
If she wasn't the most prettiest thing in the world, she would still be in the Performance Center training.
She is very pretty.
But instead, she is basically a perfectly symmetrical human being who is so tiny. They're like, we have to put this little pixie, this magical little pixie, we have to put you on TV.
Like, why can't Grumble Bee just, like, be buzzing around some picnics, drinking people's fruit juice?
Just menacing
like,
people?
I get that it's Power Rangers and it needs to be, like, a little goofy and friendly
like
and fun.
pollinating to, like, make more evil Grumble Bees?
Like, there's no stakes.
No.
Because, like, Rita's not going to actually attack the Earth until the Power Rangers are gone.
She's not going to full force it until they're dead.
She's going to have a monster, right? But all that monster is going to destroy is empty warehouses.
There's some warehouses.
Until
one time an abandoned factory.
Until the Power Rangers are gone. So if they just don't engage and just keep existing, Rita's not going to take over. Last episode, she stole their parents.
Yeah.
This episode, Grumble Bee's just going to stand there and wait.
He's just waiting. He's not even like menacing anyone. He isn't doing anything.
Just standing there.
Why are the other Rangers tied up? I understand it so there's less people to fight the bee.
It's that darn numbers game.
But like, why? Like, there's nothing. The Rangers that are trapped are treating it like they will die. Like they are just sitting ducks.
Well, if they don't get untrapped, then eventually
they'll just starve to death.
They'll die.
But like, there's no stakes for them either because they're just there. They're just waiting. Oh, our butts are touching. Oh God.
Oh yuck, yuck, yuck.
Oh Jason, why are you always so sweaty?
Oh no, you guys, we're gonna get out of this rope.
I understand that this is footage made exclusively for them, so there's no story to screw up.
Right.
So there's nothing to like. It's not even weird. It's just dumb. It's just real dumb. Back to the fight where they're fighting the Grumble Bee again, because you'd think Billy would at least go out to the command center to be like, let's fix this.
When they drop in this time, they don't just land on their feet and go get us. They come in as a tag team double fist.
Right.
and knock him away. So maybe they were like, we got the drop on him
Let's
this
jump
time.
him. Okay, so but he's like, nah, poison venom.
Super secret power.
So spits all this silly string onto Billy, which is it's acid. It's called poison, but it's acid.
Billy says it's very venomous.
And it's eating through my suit.
It's going to eat through his suit.
That's not poison. Guys, we've been over this. They don't know what adjectives are. They just know, like, this is a sinister adjective. Attach it to this spray.
Right.
So they do that.
Poison eats through stuff. Well, like, no, corrosive material does that.
Acidic. Poison just, like, makes you feel terrible and, like, kills you. Same thing with toxic. It does not eat through anything, nor does it send you to other dimensions that I have noticed.
I forgot that toxic
foam.
stuff.
Toxic
foam sent them to another dimension.
So this is when I realized that, like, this is supposed to be a Billy episode, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. This is a Trini episode.
This is a Trini episode.
Or this is a Trilly episode, highlighting the fact that Billy is just good at getting his butt kicked until he figures out a solution.
And then Trini's a murder weapon.
And Trini
will fight you.
Trini's Brock Lesnar.
Billy will outsmart you, but Trini will just fight you.
She will just punch you in the head until
she will
you're
German
done.
suplex you 16 times until you die.
So you literally can't even anymore, and then she's the new champion.
Oh, man.
Wrestle Ranger, they're throwing German suplexes.
It would just be cool.
So for a Billy episode, he is getting his butt kicked hard. A lot.
Yeah.
We cut back to the command center where Zordon's like, focus energy on one tiny little part of the force field.
Because we see the three of them in the viewing globe.
Right.
And Alpha's like, I managed to loosen it a little bit. And we actually see the rope loosen.
Yeah.
Like, very slightly, which is a cool touch.
Yeah.
Because we only see it through the viewing globe. We don't see it actually happen. And then Zordon's just like, well, dummy, just focus it on one part.
And this is literally how the exchange goes. Focus on one part of the rope. Okay, there, it's done. And the rope
falls off.
It is immediate.
Good thing Alpha loosened it up.
He must not have even had... He must have been focusing it on one part of the rope while Zordon was telling him to.
Yeah.
Because or else it wouldn't have gone that fast. It would take at least another second. So they're out. They go... They morph. They teleport. They fight the bee. There's a bee fight. We were talking about wrestling a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really know what happens. I know it results in Rita growing her monster. So the Grumble Bee was probably winning.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I got some more notes in between now. And
Okay.
I do write down Zords at one point. So,
Zorts?
Zord.
Oh, okay.
Zort. Oh, my son's name is Bort.
Megazord.
So they're fighting the bee. The bee is probably winning because we cut back to the command center where Alpha is working on a thing. And he has this, like, he's got, like, a piece of glass on a drumstick that he's scanning the thing with. And he's like, the hemulator is off. I think he said hemulator. I don't actually know.
He did say something weird.
Yeah, some weird thing.
It's got a hemi in it.
Yeah, and it's not working right. So let me wiggle some waves over it. There, it's fixed. I did it. I'm so good at this. So then I notice, and I asked Josh, why is it blue? And Josh says, you know why it's blue, because it's got a Triceratops on it. To which I said, why is it branded?
Because here's a dumb thing, right? They recorded ZU2 footage with Power Rangers in mind.
Right. One of the requirements was more gadgets for Billy because he's a science guy.
But what's the point of giving him gadgets if he's not the one that made the gadget?
This is okay. So by us saying this is a Trilly episode, you would think this is where Trini fights something, Billy solves the problem.
Right.
Alpha
solves the
problem, and Trini only doesn't get as beat up as Billy in this episode. Like, she's still doing the heavy lifting, but and part of it is like Billy is not helping, so it's taken away. But like, Billy doesn't make this thing. How much time did Alpha waste putting a little sticker that had Triceratops on it, spray painting it blue? Why can't it just be chrome? It's not going to look pretty.
I don't know. Maybe they explained it. I really doubt that they did.
They didn't.
Why is Billy the only one who can fire this weapon at the bee?
It's a gun. It's got a spray nozzle on it with a trigger. You'd think anyone could figure that out. You ever use Super Soaker? Oh, it's that, but it sprays foam. But
I
they,
don't know.
I guess, teleport it down to Billy. I don't know how
So
Billy got it.
that is them in Japan saying, okay, we'll give the Blue Ranger a gadget. And that's Haim Saban saying, I don't know where he got that gadget.
I hope that gadget is blue. It has a sticker on it denoting which ranger is allowed to use it. They didn't even like sell it as a toy or anything. If they did and you have one, please send us a picture.
Yeah.
I know they did the Thunder Slingers because I had one.
From the one episode those
The
are
one episode they are in. They get in the Zords. They fight the bee. They kill the bee. That's all I can tell you.
That's it. We were talking about Takeover. We were getting hype.
Yeah. Also talking about how garbage Charlotte's shirt is. Doesn't even say Charlotte on it anywhere.
Does it say Flair on it?
Yeah. But she's not Charlotte
She's
Blair.
just Charlotte.
She's just Charlotte. I'll show you. But it's
Anyway, yeah, we were talking about Takeover, and then we look at the screen, and Megazord is Terminator stomping toward Grumble Bee.
right.
And then you said to me, I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got here. And then I just said, oh, it was just a Megazord sequence.
Because the last thing I remember, Billy sprays Grumble Bee with the foam.
So, yeah, and then Rita probably was just like, oh, you got to grow and get
Yeah.
out of that foam.
Because he started like splurting blue stuff.
It was gross. I don't know if he started, like, melting.
I don't know.
Or if,
They-
that's
they
like
said-
anti-monster
I
foam,
do
and
remember
why they
that.
don't keep that around.
Why don't they just use it like first off? Like just show up, be like, I'm a monster.
Or maybe it was like
It was bee
it was
spray.
super basic to counteract his acid.
Oh,
spray.
maybe. I know they said he's coming unglued. And then
Whatever. I don't know. We get a
blacked out
Megazord
because
fight.
wrestling.
They fight. Bee gets the upper hand for a second. They call the sword. They kill the bee. You know where this is going.
That's what you've seen this 50 times.
But a fun thing happens after this that made me think of something is we cup that is cutting and jumping
okay.
up to the moon.
Okay.
And Rita is just yelling at everybody. And she calls them clay brains, and she may have said this before,
Yes.
but this is the first time
I don't think she said it before. I don't
thought
remember.
I was like, did Finster make all of her minions?
Not Goldar, because he is from a moon of Titan.
Right.
Unless he's made from clay found on the moon of Titan.
Right.
Because
And-
the only
and
thing
she
on
was-
Titan, the only thing that
'Cause,
the
like,
moon that is
Goldar-
Titan, not Titan's moon is Titan is a moon.
Goldar is one of like the few monsters that can give the Power Rangers a good run.
And he can grow and then go back down
Yeah.
without any ill suffering. I know we've seen it a couple times, but that was more
It
like
happens with the
mistaken.
Minotaur because
It happens with the Minotaur, and I think it happens. Oh no, it doesn't happen again, but they say it does. That was in the Babe Ruthless episode. They're like, Rita's little again. Now she's big. Trust us. But maybe
and then like Squat and Babu are just like Squat's a master infiltrator,
because they turned up the infiltrate dial and
Right.
nothing else.
and I don't know what Babu's redeeming qualities are.
He's like a chemist, sort of.
He's fun to keep around.
He's fun. He makes
Squat
lots of goofy
needs a
noises.
friend.
Yeah.
So-
All
And
the
she just-
leftover. They
yeah,
had, like,
she's just not gonna send these ones out to the slaughter. She likes them.
They had a lump of clay and they made Babu out of it, and the squat out of it, and then the leftovers are like, we could make a skinny little winged monkey guy.
Right.
Fincher's like, I could do that. I've had this idea for like a skinny little winged monkey guy with like a half moon face, and she's like, make it.
Yeah.
And that's where it
I
came
don't
from.
think that was the intention of the line. I think she was just calling them dumb.
I don't think so, but that's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Because the only other things that get called clay brains are putties.
And like Finster's not inherently evil, I don't think.
No.
He's more of a captive.
My headcanon for this is that he was kidnapped from the Purikins and made to make monsters for her, and then he just got trapped in the dumpster.
Right. And then after 10,000 years, you get a little bit
Yeah,
of Stockholm syndrome.
He's like, I'm just an artist. I just want to. I'm
Yeah.
a sculptor, but I.
And he still gets excited when his monsters are winning.
Yeah. So like he's
'Cause,
not
like, he
evil,
made that.
evil, but he's not good anymore because he's been trapped with them
Yeah.
for so long. I'm sure it's not that deep, but
Right.
that's the cool thing about headcanons, right? As
Right.
long as you don't like die on a hill for them, you know,
Right.
like
it's the only possible truth that
Right,
could
like-
ever be.
people who get mad when their headcanons aren't real, you know, like hey, maybe chill out because it's not your show. But like at the same time, like if there's gaps, fill them in. And then you get
Yeah.
a cool new show out of it. You get a whole layered show.
And then write them into us and we'll talk about them.
Yeah,
on the
we'll
air.
talk about them. Anything like that's the kind of things we're talking about.
Yeah.
Is anything like that where there's like little gaps that you fit in some lore that doesn't exist. Yeah, email us.
I love
littleidiots.morphinggrade@gmail.com.
Lore is why I like Mortal Kombat. I'm garbage at fighting games, but I will read about Mortal Kombat
Mortal
for
Kombat's
days.
cool. I want to reboot Mortal Kombat and condense all of it because it's all mishmashy, but there's so much cool stuff in there.
Well, Mortal Kombat 9, and I'm assuming probably the new one. So the last one that came out and the new one coming out kind of do that.
Anyway, we got down to the juice bar where Zach and Jason are sparring the crap out of each other. They are going hard.
Yeah.
They fight like across the door, and then Tommy comes in. And I was
hey guys, remember Tommy came back last episode?
Tommy came back last episode. You waited 2 months, right? You're sitting down, you rewatched it every day.
And you get a cameo at the end.
You get 2 minutes of Tommy at best. They're like, Kimberly's like, oh, how was your karate match? That's why he wasn't there. And he's like,
karate match.
It's like,
it sounds like us talking about football. Oh, how was your football match today?
How was your sports game?
How was your gymnastics match, Kimberly?
But he's like, it went pretty good. I just wish Jordan would have called me. And Trini's like, you need to conserve your energy. He's like, I know, I just feel bad. And Kimberly's like, don't worry. Touches his arm a little bit.
She kind of winks a little.
She does. Also, what was Kimberly wearing? Part 2. A paisley muumuu dress. Not as bad as that muumuu she wore in the Billy Hates Fish episode.
Where she wore the curtains?
Where she wore the curtains. It's mostly a dress. There's no weird knit bust protector.
Right.
But it is still kind of a muumuu, and she definitely should not. She should have it like taken in a little bit. She got it at a thrift store. She's like, this is super cute, but it's a little big, and she's like, whatever, I'll wear it.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, who cares? It's not too long, so it's fine. Then we see Bulk and Skull studying really poorly, just real poorly, and they're like, what's going on, guys? I don't know why they ask them.
Well, because they see them studying, so they go over there and like, are you guys actually studying?
Oh, okay, that was it.
And Skull is... I want to point out what he's doing, right? He's studying. Bulk is actually, like, reading the book.
Yeah.
And, like, Skull is looking...
Highlighting.
He's not really highlighting, because he has a highlighter, right? And he'll look at a page, and he'll get mad at it, and he'll highlight an X through it, rip it out, and throw it on the floor.
Don't need this page. Don't need this page either. I don't need any of these pages.
Like, the camera's on Bulk, but you hear Billy and Trini say, Skull, stop ripping up the book. Like, they're like, real mad at him about it.
They carved their names into the front of these books. It says Skulls. I think it has a Z on it. And then Bulk says Bulkies.
And Bulkies. Like a roll, like a bulky roll.
It's KIE, not KY. So, like, yeah, like a brand. I don't know. It's great, but they're like, Ms. Albee says that if we don't get a C, they're gonna make the 6 best students tutor us all summer. Then Zach goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Uh-oh.
And then they're like, they jump on him. And they're like, hey, we can help you out with that. And they're like, it's really simple. So like all 6 of them are like yelling, studying at them. And it is very funny. It is
pretty
actually
funny.
very funny.
You know what doesn't happen in this episode? Bulk and Skull getting slime on them.
They don't get any goop, no slime, no muck, nothing. Hallelujah. It's a miracle.
It'll happen again. It doesn't right now, and it's refreshing.
Yes, I'm sure next episode is going to be all goop all the time. But for right now... I think
the next episode is called Bulk Gets Gooped, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember what it is. You even said it.
I did. I don't remember what it is either.
But the freeze frame that we end the episode on is Bulk's like shaking his head.
He's short-circuiting.
His head is short-circuiting, and it just freezes on him with like his cheeks all the way to one side.
Every part of his face is going in a different direction. And it's
great.
Hilarious.
But that's it. It's the end of the episode.
That is it.
So aside from the dumb... They could have called this the Grumble Bee. Aside from the Grumble Bee, basically being a floater, not really having a purpose or any agency. How'd you feel about this episode?
The thing that stinks is that, like, Grumble Bee's a cool monster.
He's a cool-looking monster.
He looks cool. He's got cool powers.
We will see him again as Waspinator with a slightly different paint job, but exactly the same costume.
Yep. Also... While we're talking about that, Tickle Sneezer gets repainted into his Grumble the Elf.
Yep. And then the Flea is back as not the Flea. Don't know what he is, but he's back.
While I'm talking about that, we got a tweet.
Yeah, so I guess #1 fan, Gary Bingman, aka Dork Knights on Twitter, he sends us like all the cool stuff that we miss because
He does.
I'm not searching for it because like I love Power Rangers, right? I love it so much, but I get so much of it talking about it twice a week that I don't go out and search for it. So if I see it on Reddit, I'll check it out. If I don't, if it comes across my dash on Tumblr, I'll check it out. If I don't, but Gary sends us stuff, so he sent us like a couple of like behind the scenes daily reels, which are just like the like making ofs that aren't making ofs. That are pretty cool. And then he sent us this list, and then he sent us an article. I don't know if you saw this. The article they sent us this morning.
With the movie figures?
Power Rangers, which it doesn't actually say movie Rangers, does it? Because I read it when I woke up, so I wasn't reading it entirely.
It does, I think.
But
it's like an anniversary collector's edition of the movie version of the Power Rangers.
I'm probably gonna get all of them because I love the movie and I love those suits. The only thing that clued me off that this was the movie is that Kimberly has the Thunder Whip, the pterodactyl Thunder Whip.
Yeah.
Which she never has anywhere else. And then Billy and Aisha. It
is Aisha.
Have like soda bottles, sort of. They're weird looking, but they're cool. So, in addition to that, Gary sent us a link to this clickbait listicle garbage.
It's on moviepilot.com. I'm not going to read the whole URL. You can find it.
Go to either his Twitter or our Twitter at Morphin Grid or at Dorkanites.
It's 2 Ks, so you gotta make the.
So and you'll see it like ours where Josh replies to it. It says Josh, because we always make sure we mention who it is.
Right.
And then if you just click on that, it'll show you the conversation, so you can check that out from there.
Yeah.
It'll be in the show notes too.
The title of this fabulous list.
This is a garbage truck fire of a list.
Whoa, spoilers, all right? We're trying to sell the list. It's 10 insane Power Rangers facts you had literally no idea were true.
All right, going into that, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm going to find out some stuff about Power Rangers.
I was a little excited before I scrolled down.
I was genuinely excited.
But I was weary, because as someone who says literally more often than I should, like, this is a bad use of literally.
Right. I have it mostly under control.
Because I read it.
Actively hyperbolizing.
I read it, and I was like, oh, man, that would be cool. And then I was like, I bet I know all of these.
I think there might have been one that I didn't know.
Here's the first one.
Not to one up anybody, but, like, I think there was one that I... So we're going to go over them now. You start.
Yeah. He stopped mid-thought there.
Because you looked like you were like, shut up so I could talk. So I was like, all right, I'll shut up so you can talk.
Well, all right, the first one is that the Power Rangers credits were totally different in Italy. And there's a video. It's a different song. I didn't watch the video. I just kept scrolling. That's the kind of person I am.
I'm checking it out today. I looked at it on my phone wicked early this morning. So
I could play it now.
Nah.
I won't. All right. And then
we'll link to that separately on the Tumblr post.
It says it's pretty catchy. It's probably a neat little song.
Here's the thing. I didn't know that Italy was different, right?
I didn't either.
But I do know that they're going to be different pretty much everywhere that it plays.
Is that an insane fact?
That's not insane.
It's fun.
Because, like, there's a lot of places where the theme song, like, a lot of shows where, like, the theme song is different in every country.
Yeah.
Especially kids shows. Especially kids shows.
Yeah.
So, not insane. Did not know it, though. Right. Not specifically.
I literally did not know that fact.
Yes.
It was not insane, though. It was fun. It was not insane.
Right.
All right. Number 2 says, look closely at this GIF. And then I'm going to play the GIF so I can describe it. The GIF is the Yellow Ranger posturing and the other 4 Rangers...
come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. And the other 4 Rangers, like, backing her up.
Right.
Okay, here's the description, is that the Pink Ranger has a skirt, but Yellow Ranger doesn't. That's because in the original Japanese series, Yellow Ranger was a guy. Every single person that has ever seen Power Rangers knows that.
I have literally known that since I was 6. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, again, not literally, not insane.
No, that's very common Power Rangers knowledge.
The GIF that they're talking about, which is like a come at me bro thing, there is a little bit of a bulge.
Yes.
And that's what it's like, look closely at, which is gross. This is for kids. Come on, guys. Like, this is ostensibly a kid's show, and I know in Japan it's a kid's show, but it's more acceptable for people to like it over the age of, like, 11. I mean, here it's not like people will be like, "Oh, you like Power Rangers still?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, yeah." Because I have no guilty pleasures. I just have pleasures. I don't have time for guilty pleasures.
Right. Why should you be ashamed of something that you like?
That you like, yeah.
You shouldn't
why do people try to make you feel bad about things that you like? Unless you like awful things. Like, not things that are bad or like.
But if you're like, that Holocaust was pretty great, right?
Or like, man, super duper love Nazis. Like, no, whoa,
no,
back
that's
it up.
a bad thing.
Terrible
to like.
thing.
But like, if "Call Me Maybe" is your favorite pop song,
which it is,
why? Agreed. But why should we be shamed for that?
Yeah, just because I'm a 25-year-old male with a pretty impressive beard most of the time. Right now, it's growing back, but like I don't look like I like Carly Rae Jepsen, so I'm not allowed to like it.
Nope. No,
That's
you're not
stupid.
her. You're not her target market. So there's something wrong with you if you like her
jamming
stuff.
all day to Taylor Swift's new album, a new song. Cannot wait for the new album.
Okay, moving on to number 3.
Fact number 3.
This one is technically true, but a little misleading.
Right. Okay. So go ahead.
Okay. Only one guy is in all 155 episodes, which is not true.
Actually, he isn't.
First of all, there's way more episodes of Power Rangers than that.
Right.
Because this does not specify Mighty Morphin.
This is when I realized like this nerd thinks it's like old school Rangers are the only ones that count. Despite Zeo and In Space being a million times better, at least. And
Okay.
I've heard there are a lot of others that are better.
Ninja Storm's supposed to be pretty good from what I've
Ninja
been
Storm,
reading.
I've heard Jungle Fury, obviously RPM, which we've talked about, and then I think there was one more that people said was like a surprise hit.
I'm gonna just jump into Lost Galaxy. I keep
Just,
saying
you gotta
it.
power through. Oh,
I
Time
have to
Force.
do
I
it.
heard Time Force was actually
Yeah.
very good.
Okay, so only one guy is in all 155 original episodes of Power Rangers. Yeah. He's not a ranger, right? The actor is Richard Stephen Horowitz, and he is the voice
The voice of Alpha 5.
of Alpha 5. He is not Alpha 5.
Yes.
Alpha 5 is physically portrayed by a girl.
By a girl. Also, there's an episode like 10 or 12 episodes into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers where they're not in it.
There's a few,
There's
pretty
a
sure,
few-
where we just don't go to the command center.
I know there's at least one episode really early on
Yeah.
that we talked about. We're like, they just weren't in this episode.
Nope.
So, like, wrong list.
So you're wrong.
So
I bet you are literally mind blown about that guy
Yeah.
who wrote this list.
But nobody else.
This
He probably
is-
just Googled 10 facts nobody knows about Power Rangers and then just compiled a list for his website.
Okay, this next one is something we've talked about, and I refrained for a while because I didn't want to shatter the glass. The original Black Ranger only has 4 fingers. He is missing
His middle finger.
the middle
on
finger
right
on
hand.
his right hand.
Yeah. That's Walter Emmanuel Jones, a.k.a. Zach Taylor.
And that is the fact that this guy is presenting.
Right.
But then in the description of that, he mentions that he's also a former world champion salsa dancer, which I literally did not know. That's a
did.
better fact.
I did know that, but still a better fact because, I mean, it was recent that I found out about the middle finger, but I didn't find it out from this list.
Right, yeah.
This list isn't shattering any glass.
It's on his left hand.
Yeah.
I said right. It's on his left hand. Sorry.
Isn't it his right hand?
No, unless this picture is mirrored. That's his left hand.
Yeah, you're right. So that was 5?
That was 4. Number
That was
5
4.
is due to budget restraints, several monsters were recycled. And then the example is Mr. Tickle Sneezer being dressed in a Santa costume and repainted to be Grumble the Elf. Pretty sure anyone who watched Power Rangers with any kind of eyes knows that later monsters, some of them are them are palette swaps.
Yeah, at the age of like 6, I was like, that is Grumble Bee. It's not just No, it wasn't Waspinator. That's a Beast Wars character. He plays a Wasp character later.
Yeah.
But same suit. I know the Flea does. I knew Grumble the Elf was Tickle Sneezer.
There's more. The plant guy who ate them and got their faces on his gullet.
Yep.
He gets repainted later too, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Or no, that was the frog that ate them.
It was like a frog lizard thing.
I don't know. Anyway, the next one is misleading, and I'm gonna say it's wrong. Maybe you'll disagree with me.
Okay.
We'll talk about it in a second because I'm
Right.
gonna read it. Tommy Oliver isn't just one Power Ranger.
Oh, is
He's 6. Okay, I'm gonna list the 6, and I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
what I think is wrong.
Yes, there is one that is
He's the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the White Ninja Ranger, the Red Zeo Ranger, the Red Turbo Ranger, and the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. White Ranger and White Ninja Ranger are the same.
Same Ranger. Same thing. It's a different power source, but it's just a different costume when they're fighting.
It's not even a different costume. There's just there's a middle step when they have ninja wrappings, and then they morph into the full costume.
It's the same costume, except now it has a falcon instead of the tiger or the cool tiger symbol. That's wrong.
That's wrong. He's 5
That's
Rangers.
wrong. Also, not insane. Also, literally knew that.
Everybody knows that.
Everyone who has seen Jason David Frank, his internet presence is all about how many Rangers he's been.
This one's not even a fact. This is just this guy trying real hard.
Is this 7?
This is number 7. Mighty Morphin Power ... Poetry Rangers?
Oh, this is wrong.
All the original 5 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers end in the phonetic sound E. Sorta.
Okay, yes, if you are very reaching.
Because he reaches in 2 different directions. Because we get Kimberly, Trini, fine. Billy, fine. Zachary.
Right.
If we're going full names, then Billy's name is William.
William. Right. And then my favorite one at the end.
Jason Lee.
The only time they mention Jason's middle name, I'm pretty sure, is in the episode where they're selected to go to Switzerland.
Probably.
Something like that. Like, their last names are very rarely mentioned.
He is never called Jason Lee.
His middle name is mentioned maybe 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Tops. It's mostly a supplementary
You can't
thing.
just tack a middle name on and say, his name fits
Yeah,
the
no,
thing.
I'm a Power Ranger because I'm Jacob Gregory.
Oh.
See, it ends with E. So, yeah.
I'm going to punch your face.
I'll put my helmet on.
Number 8 is that Power Rangers was censored in Malaysia.
Because
Morphin was too close to morphine. I knew that.
I literally did not know this.
You did
one.
not know
nope,
that
one? This is the one I
didn't know
genuinely
that
did
one.
not know.
It's fun. It's fun little fact. These are not insane facts. These are fun facts.
No, insane. And the next one, if I'm not mistaken, is one that we've talked about several times.
Yeah. Breaking Bad's Walter White was in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He's the voice of Snizzard.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston.
He's also the voice of several other things, but they only mention Snizzard because that's the one that everyone remembers.
Right.
But he does like a couple minor voices because he was friends with the producer. That hasn't been news in so long.
This last one is not a Power Rangers fact. Because this kid is a background actor in an episode that I don't remember.
Oh yeah, this I have a story about this, but you tell the fact first.
Number 10, the final insane Power Rangers fact that you literally did not know, unless you literally did, is a Power Rangers actor murdered 2 people. That's your headline for this entry.
Right. That's the headline for this entry. I had to look this up. There were articles that said a Power Ranger murdered 2 people.
Yeah.
Like, not even a Power Ranger actor, because that gives you a little bit of leeway. This one literally said, like, a guy who was a Power Ranger killed people. No, some guy who was an extra or he wasn't Jeremy, but
his real name is Skylar Delian.
That guy's a murderer.
He appeared in the episode Second Chance. That's all this says about him. Right. And he was convicted for killing Thomas and Jackie Hawks.
Yeah, he threw him off the side of
He threw them off a boat, and it says for financial gain.
Yes, he tied them to an anchor and threw them off, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
I came into work back when we used to work at the Wall, and I think it was Eddie came in and was like, Power Ranger killed 2 people. Did you know that? And I was like, I think I would have heard. And he's like, yeah, saw in the news, Power Ranger killed people. He's a dink. And and he's the kind of person who loves knowing more than you and loves telling you that wrestling's fake.
Right.
Like I didn't. Yeah. Like we've talked about this.
Yeah.
And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. But this is the kind of guy who doesn't think that anyone else but him knows it. You know?
Right.
Like it's not, like I said, it's not news. This is not new information that we're getting. But yeah, he was like a featured character in an episode of Power Rangers.
In an episode.
That's it. He was not a Power Ranger.
No.
I was like, because I looked it up and it said his name, and I was like, oh, maybe he was in one of the Power Rangers that I didn't know.
Right.
Then you click on the article, which is literally a Power Ranger murdered 2 people,
Right.
or like former Power Ranger murders 2 people, and it's just like Scarlet Delian threw 2 people off of a yacht tied to an anchor to kill them for money or whatever. I don't know how that makes any sense.
Did he know where
He
their
must have
money
still
was?
been, he
so
must
he
have
threw
still been
him
in like the harbor, because like if you go far enough out, it's real hard to get caught with that kind of thing, unless you're just.
If you go out far enough, there's no laws. So-
right. I think that might be an urban legend, but I'm pretty sure it isn't.
It might, there's a Simpsons episode about it.
Yeah. But yeah, and I was like, this is such clickbait. This is wrong information that is dumb.
This
like,
last one is crazy misleading.
Yeah.
Yeah, this list in general is just dumb
Also,
stuff.
I knew it. This is my problem with listicles, as they are being called now,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, the portmanteau of list and article. We're going a little long. There's some stuff I can cut. This might be over an hour, sad face, but whatever. The problem with these kinds of things is it's literally designed to get your view.
Mhm.
And then this one is a little bit better because it's all on one page, but a
Yeah.
lot of them are literally designed so that like you have to click next to go to everyone, so it refreshes, so you see a different ad. So they
Right.
get that ping for that ad because that's how they make money, which is understandable. Website's got to run, but if this was that kind of thing, I would be much madder.
Yeah.
Because this is a wrong article. This article is bull. It's bull
Definitely.
honky.
If I went up to somebody wearing a Power Rangers T-shirt, right?
Right.
And I said, "Hey, did you know Yellow Ranger was actually a boy?" That guy would punch me in the face and call me an idiot.
If someone came up to me, I'd be like, "Yeah, dummy,
of course I
get out of
did.
here."
That's
Like,
not an insane, mind-blowing
right?
fact.
Mind-blowing facts would be like it is revealed in this specific episode that Tommy is actually Zordon's son.
Right.
And then you go back and there's like
Right.
there's like clues that link it, or like a kind of insane fact is like Ernie knows they're Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Because that's only mentioned by the creators and
After the fact.
After the fact. That's and like when you first hear that, like that's especially like if you like grew up with it, that's a little insane.
Right.
Because it makes perfect sense tracking backwards.
Yeah, thinking about it now, it's like, oh, because every time he gives him like free soda or a sandwich, you're like, Ernie, you scamp.
Yeah, here's an insane fact, and I'm not even gonna say insane, but here's a fact that I think is very cool. Bandora, who is the Kyoryu Sentai Jew Ranger, which has a great theme song that's been stuck in my head for like weeks now, the counterpart of Rita,
Mhm.
she is in Wild Force. She is the Good Witch.
Yeah.
Because the actress who plays Bandora plays the Good Witch, and it's the same person. So, like, for us, it's not the same because she's turned into a yuppie at the end of Countdown to Destruction.
Right.
I'm not sure what. Maybe she goes back to magic and is just a Good Witch after that. That tracks.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's pretty cool. That's
very cool.
And like that's leaning on the Japanese Sentai, who is. They're much more involved. They are much prouder of their work than Power Rangers, especially nowadays, where they're basically the WWE Championship belt, which is it's a Power Rangers for people who are ashamed of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Or a championship belt for people who are ashamed of wrestling.
Right.
But I think that's going to do it for us for
Yeah.
today. Thank you very much for the article, Gary. If you guys want to send us anything,
Anything Power Rangers related that's cool.
yeah, we'll definitely check it out.
Or that you think we will tear into.
Right, because I think that was Gary's intent on this one.
Yeah. Because he agreed, because I tweeted him back and told
Yeah.
him I had a lot to say. He's like, I thought you would.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the theme song because I really like the Jew Ranger theme song. So like, I just want more versions of Power Ranger theme songs.
Right.
So I'll check that out. But in the meantime, if you want to catch up with us anywhere on the internet, you can go to morphingray.tumblr.com, which is our website. Everything's updated. Hopefully, there's links, there's pictures, there is other links. There's not a lot going on. Anytime any cool Power Ranger stuff that comes across my dash and Tumblr, I post to that. So there's like gift sets and stuff that you should check out. You can email us at littleidiots.morphinggrade@gmail.com. Anything that you can't fit in a tweet, send there. Anything that you could fit in a tweet but want to expand upon. We like emails as opposed to tweets for longer form stuff. I think Gary's nailed it with the here's some links that are cool because that's
it's just our tag
Yeah.
and the link.
yeah, that's great Twitter fodder. Like, on Twitter, we are at Morphin Grid. We're also on Facebook, which we don't get a lot of traction on because we don't pay to have it promoted.
No, I'm not going to do that.
And I'm not going to do that. And it's like, I mean, it's just Facebook. It's literally just if you like Facebook and don't have a Twitter, you can follow us on facebook.com/themorphingrid. Everything from our Twitter goes there. Pretty simple.
Yep.
And then finally, we're on iTunes. I forgot what that last one was. We're on iTunes. If you want to leave us a rating review, that would be sweet. We would love you forever and ever and ever. You can just leave a rating. You can just click a star number, and that will give it to us.
We have 8 ratings and only 5 reviews.
5
so
reviews.
You definitely can do that.
Yeah, we are a 5-star podcast. You know, so that's thanks to you guys.
We have 8 5-star ratings. Yeah. So thanks, guys.
Also, the reason we're still doing this at episode 51 is because people listen to it and like it, and that gives us a weird rush. Like, it's not just us talking about Power Rangers to avoid. There's other people that get enjoyment out of this, which I love. Because that's how I get through some of my days.
That was the point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is partly a podcast that I would listen to, and then the unfortunate part is that I'm in it, so I have to hear me all the time, and I edit it, so I already hear it once, and I'm not going to listen to it again.
Right.
Which is why I want to listen to another podcast that is exactly the same as this one, but from Australians. But yeah, it's real cool that you guys do that for us. It means a lot to us. But that's enough kissing your butt for several weeks. Tune in Friday. This should be a Monday episode. Tune in Friday for another episode of the Morphin Grid featuring another episode of Power Rangers that we don't know the title of. But until then, may the power protect you.
Or shaving 2 mustache, not just the mustache. That would look stupid.
That would be dumb.